know you guys have no room for mistakes. So what happens to the mood or the mentality going into Game 4?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the mentality changes. It's certainly a game that we have to win, win or go home. We're going to do everything we can to find a win a baseball game. So all hands on deck, and the core of this group has been in this position before, and we're going to approach it, like it's the way it is. It's win or go home. We got to play better baseball. When we do have opportunities to cash in, we've got to take advantage of them. But as far as on the run prevention side, I thought we've pitched pretty well.
A lot of guys left on base, obviously, but their bullpen has not allowed a run to your offense, which, from a viewing standpoint, is mind-boggling. How is that happening?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you got to give those guys some credit, but on the other side of things, we still got to find a way to create base runners, create opportunities, and then when we do get them, regardless if it's the starter or the guy in the pen, we got to find a way to push them across. We got our hands full tomorrow. Musgrove's coming off a great start. We've seen him a lot, and we're going to have to compete, have good at bats, and hopefully, get to the pen somehow.
Okay, we're going to go Jim over here on the left.
Yeah, Doc, just curious about your thought process when you hit for Barnes, knowing you're going to give up the DH for the last 2 innings.
Yeah, it's just more of Garcia is been very dominant versus right-hand hitters, and there's no guarantee that Austin's going to get that next at bat anyway. So to shoot a bullet with Gavin, it just seemed to make sense.
Okay, Jack.
Dave, especially with runners in scoring position, it seems like there's been a lot of early swings, maybe some off the plate. How would you evaluate the approach in those spots, especially these last 2 games?
Yeah, I think that you can see, those guys with runners in scoring position are getting more into at-bats. They're using the big part of the field. I think that we're being hyper-aggressive early in counts and not staying on the ball. And so, they're getting us with spin. They're getting us on the outside part of the plate. We're not given really any opportunities to make mistakes, and that's more specific to the pen.
How stark is it to go from 111 wins in the regular season, kind of coasting to the end, to now all of a sudden, 3 days into this, be facing elimination?
Yeah, I mean it's where we're at, and it was a very good regular season. But as we said before, none of that matters. We're in a 5-game series against a very good ball club that we're familiar with, and the team that plays the best baseball is going to win the series. And up to this point, they've played better than we have.
Is Trey's hand okay?
The docs are looking at it right now. I'm expecting him to be in there, but I think we're going to do an X-ray and kind of see how he comes in tomorrow.
Is it a certain finger or?
It was his ring finger on the throwing hand.
Thanks.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay. Doc, thanks for your patience.
Yep.
Yeah, I would just kind of want to get your. Obviously, you were not going to let Gosselin stay in there very long. He seemed to be a little. Well, you tell me. What did he look like to you?
He wasn't sharp. Got behind some guys. Profar started with a good at bat, got him out, then fell behind Soto. Walked Machado, and I just think that he just wasn't sharp, getting behind, stressed in the first inning. Second inning gives up a couple hits, and I just felt at that point in time we had length with Heaney, and it was a time to go to him at that point.
How do you, as a manager, or what do you do with guys who did not face adversity in terms of standing or record this year? Like, how do you communicate with them? They know what's going on, but what do you say?
Well, I think that there's not going to be a rounder tonight or tomorrow. There's a lot of guys in that clubhouse that have played in do-or-die games. So it's not a situation where I expect us to panic. We got to play good baseball. And like I said, Musgrove's going to be ready. Tyler Anderson will be ready. And offensively, we just got to come together and push some runs across. But as far as the mindset or the mentality, we have a lot of guys that have been there. We got to play good baseball.
Okay. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, guys.